Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is a short video which is actually circulating on social media. And in this video, there are Luhya leaders, or let me say, members of parliament from Western region who are in a meeting, and when they were coming outside from that building, they were overheard on camera talking about the issue of the promise and what ended up being delivered. So, I want you to listen very carefully to this video. Listen very carefully to capture what the member of parliament is talking about to the fellow members of parliament who he was with. Listen to this.
Wanaweka 5 million. Wanaweka 1 billion.
The person talking in this video, who has actually been heard loudly, is Lugara member of parliament Nabi Nabwera. And I've heard him talking about he promised 30 billion but gives only 5 million. He said so. Then he went on to talk about, but in Rift Valley, if I quote him, he promised 1 billion and gives 800 million. The question is, who is this person that Lugara MP Nabi Nabwera is talking about in this video? That's the big question. And beside that, what is the meaning of this discussion? What message is he giving to the Luhya leaders about these issues of promises? These are the questions that I would want us to try and answer in this video. But before we go deep into that discussion, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion.
Wanaweka 5 million. Wanaweka 1 billion.
Now, when you talk about the issue of promises, it can't go without mentioning the name of President William Ruto. And who can be this person that promises member of parliament or leaders, then they end up just not delivering the promise, and the leaders remain lamenting? Because in this video, what I'm learning is that the Lugara MP is literally lamenting to other members of parliament about what they have been going through. No, hata ni kama wanajinongonezeana tu. It was not for public, but accidentally it was captured on camera. But literally these leaders are lamenting. So you can't be lamenting about your juniors. It is about this government. And this government has the head, who happens to be the head of state also. So, you see, his lamentation is about how a leader promises to deliver 30 billion then they end up delivering 5 million. That one is laughable. It is a comedy. It is something that you cannot think of, that I cannot promise. It's like I'm saying, promising 30 billion, then deliver 5. Hii ni kama just a drop in the ocean. Far away from reality. But you see, when you promise 1 billion and you deliver 800 million, you are almost delivering everything. That is 80% delivery. Depending on its 20, it can be delivered. Because already you have delivered 80%. Mambo ya 1 billion, ya 30 billion, then 5 million. It is not even 1% delivery. It's a mockery. The leader did compare what is being promised in Rift Valley and what is being delivered to what is being promised to them in Western region, then what is delivery. You find out that they have been reduced to a laughing stock. In Rift Valley, it is a reality. But in Western, it remains a joke that someone comes all the way from Rift Valley, then he brings jokes to you in the name of promises. Yani ni sawa na kusema ya kwamba nakuahidi shilingi 1,000 alafu nakuletea shilingi 1. Can 1 shilling really help you? That is indeed what we can interpret from this. I promise 1,000, I bring 1 shilling. 1 shilling cannot do anything. So, for a project of 30 billion, 5 million cannot do anything. It can't do anything visible. These leaders are lamenting. They are doing so with a comparison. There is then generally a general feeling and a conclusion from leaders from Western region that they are being played in the broad-based government. All that the government is doing is just to play with their mind, but this government has no any interest of the Luhya people, the Mulembe nation. They are interested in serving certain region, which happen to be a region where the head of state is coming from. So these leaders can see deliveries in Rift Valley, but they cannot see the same thing in Western where they come from. If there is a working arrangement or any unity between these leaders and President William Ruto, then I can tell you these leaders are not with the Ruto. They are not with him. Because his promises has remained to be a hot air. Hot air. Not realistic. That's a conclusion here. So, you might find for those who are with the Ruto are just being forced to be there, but not there. Really, their heart is not with President Ruto. They are not with this administration. Their mind is elsewhere. I remember one time when Edwin Sifuna took kulinda wananchi to Kakamega. On the eve of that rally, leaders from Western region were mobilized to State House. Why? It was not to discuss development. It was to coerce them so that they don't attend Edwin Sifuna's rally. And from that point, the leaders here are with Sifuna. But they're just pretending to be with Ruto. And that's why you see they can even talk about how they are being treated under this regime. They don't find any reason to associate with this administration. That's why Nabii can speak like that. Hawa jamaa sana sana wale wa Kakamega hawako na hii serikali. Ni vile tu wanasukuma pale na Uburu na nini na nini. But they are not with this government.